Um, what's going on? Uh, this is Gabriel, and I think it's about time that I tell y'all my story. Uh, and I want you to listen to every word I'm about to say, cause yeah. And I'm gonna try to squeeze this into a few minutes, but what I really want to say is gonna come out in a book. I'm gonna write a book, yeah, and it's gonna be a few years from now, but I'm definitely gonna write a book. But it's a complicated story, by the way, and I'm going to try to summarize it as best I can. So, I grew up in a very stable environment. You know what I'm saying? I had pretty much everything I needed. You know, I excelled in sports. I always excelled in school. You know what I'm saying? I went to church every Sunday. You know, I was pretty well rounded. You know, respectable dude, I guess you can say. Clean cut. You know, just a respectable dude, I guess. I went to high school. You know what I'm saying? Did my thing. Hell, I could go down a list. You know, as far as the accomplishments that I made in high school. You know what I'm saying? A prom prince, homecoming king, drum major, baseball team, swim team captain, golf team captain. You know what I'm saying? I was in the movie Drumline. Shoot, I got a full academic scholarship, the FAM. You know what I'm saying? I was accepted into Georgia Tech and you know some other prestigious schools. I did my thing, whatever. But I went to college. And, you know what I'm saying, I had done so well in high school. You know, I went to college. I was taking calculus 2, you know what I'm saying, my first semester. You know what I'm saying, I did my thing. But anyway, I went to FAM. I marched, you know what I'm saying, danced with the strikers. I marched in 100. And I was just living. And, you know, everything was great, you know, for the first 18, 19 years of my life, 20 years of my life. And all of a sudden, you know, my world just collapsed. It just collapsed. At first I would have these extreme shifts in mood, and 1 minute I'd have like endless energy, you know what I'm saying, no sleep, no need for sleep, you know what I'm saying, like 4-5 days straight, just bouncing off the walls. And I mean, my thoughts race, my speech was super fast, and everything just was fast. And I do the craziest things because like I felt grand, you know what I'm saying, and then after those 4 or 5 days I just crash. Like I go into an extreme low, and I mean the type of low to where you can't move, you know what I'm saying, you can't speak, you can't look, and you know what I'm saying, you can't, all you can do is close your eyes and bury your face in a pillow and pray to God for mercy. You know what I'm saying, it was that low. And eventually I started having this I'm gonna call it a headache, because it's hard for me to really explain what it felt like, but I'm gonna call it a headache. And it wouldn't go away, and it got really bad to the point where I was trying just about anything to get rid of it. You know what I'm saying, vitamin regimens, cleansing programs, you know what I'm saying, exercising, you know what I'm saying, anything, you know, and nothing helped, and it got worse. And eventually I just decided that I couldn't take it anymore. And I know what you're probably thinking, you know, what does that mean? I didn't do anything to myself, thank God, but I did end up in a mental hospital, you know what I'm saying, for a few days. And I'm actually not ashamed to say that now. I probably should be, but I'm not. And I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder, depression, and generalized anxiety, and that was in 2005. And for the next 3 years I basically went through hell eternally, you know what I'm saying. I mean hell like I should have been in the mental hospital from 2005 to 2008, like that kind of hell. And like I won't even get into the details of those years, but I call them the dark ages, you know what I'm saying. And when I write my book, I go into detail. How about that? Yeah. But I will tell you that now it's the best thing that has ever happened to me. You know what I'm saying? Of course, at the time it was the worst. You know what I'm saying? But I've been well, I guess you can say, for almost a year, and which is phenomenal. But I still go through ups and downs, of course, on a much smaller scale now. But even though I struggle with my condition, you know what I'm saying, to a certain degree, I can't tell you how much of a blessing that it's been. You know what I'm saying? The things I've learned, the wisdom I've gained, it's been a blessing, actually. And I actually share a couple of things that this experience, or this condition has brought me and taught me. Number one, it's caused me to appreciate life, you know what I'm saying, and what life is really about. You know what I'm saying? The material stuff, the tangible stuff, it's all good, you know what I'm saying, but nothing is more valuable than life. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just happy to be alive, because there's plenty of times where, let's say I just was close to death. I will say that. And the thing is, let's say for some reason, I was gonna die tomorrow. Like, I'm totally okay with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm at a point where I've realized the meaning of life. You know what I'm saying? And of course, there are things that I have yet to accomplish. But like, I'm fulfilled. You know what I'm saying? Because I've learned the lessons of life. You understand what I'm saying? And I would die a happy man, actually. Let me see something else I've learned. It's kept me humble. You know what I'm saying? After experiencing like the lows, you know what I'm saying, being in depression like that, is and knowing there's a possibility that I could fall back into depression, it just keeps me grounded. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I could never be or feel like I'm better than anybody, because this condition it keeps me grounded. And there's some other things, and I'll outline those in my book too, but right now I'm just feeling a certain way. You know what I'm saying? I'm really feeling a certain way. And I was talking to my friend the other day, and I used this analogy. I used an analogy to explain the way that I feel right now. And I'm gonna share that analogy with you. It feels like God wound me up. You know what I'm saying? And you know how you wind up little toy cars. And when you winding them up, there's obviously a lot of tension. And the car is probably in pain. You know what I'm saying? It's winding them up. But it feels like he wound me up, and now he's just letting me go. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going. I'm going. And that's all I'm gonna share with y'all today. You know what I'm saying? But just look forward to some great things. How about that? From me. Just look for them. That's all I'm gonna say. So I'll holler at y'all another time. Peace out. That's my story.